setting unrealistic goals can lead to burnouts, confusions, and a lot more of negative vibes. So if you don't know how to set smart goals, you'll be so confused, you'll be so stuck, and all of that. So in today's episode, we'll be looking at setting smart and realistic goals. Hi all, welcome back to my podcast. My name is Blessing Nwachukwu and I am your host for Mind and Growth Workout, a home for personal development. In today's episode, we'll be looking at setting smart and realistic goals. Smart like SMART. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. What does it mean to set smart goals? Setting smart goals means setting goals that are realistic. Just like I said, it's very much self-explainable. Setting goals that are realistic, goals that you can achieve, measurable goals within a specific time, and all of that. So let's look at specific. Before you set your goals, you have to be clear on what you want. Yes, you have to be very much clear on what I want to achieve for the year. You don't have to generalize your goals like some of us do. We say for 2025 I want to be wealthy in 2025. It's a general statement, it's not a goal. You get, your goal has to be specific, it has to be very clear. It doesn't have to be broad or general or vague or I want to be wealthy. Instead of that, you could say I want to make so amount this year within this specific time. I want to make $3 million this year. If that's your own definition of wealth, if that's your own definition of being wealthy, you can write it down. I want to make so amount. Not just saying I want to be wealthy this year. When you've written the amount you want to make within a specific time, it will help you to work towards getting that amount. You become wealthy if that's your definition of wealth. Do you understand? So we have to make sure that we set specific goals. We should stop setting general goals or just saying things because we want to say it. I want to go to school this year. What school do you want to attend? What course do you want to study? These are the things you have to consider before you write down those goals you want to write down. I want to build a business this year. What kind of business? So you could state it out. I want to build a food business. I want to venture into mining and all of that within specific time. I want to do this. Not just say I want to be rich or I want to buy a car. What kind of car do you want to buy? How are you going to get the money to buy the car? So you have to be very specific about what you want. Let's stop generalizing our goals, guys. Let's stop generalizing our goals because it's doing us more harm than it should. Do you understand? Do you understand? Yes, I know we do. So let's continue. So when you set specific goals, it will help you achieve them. It will help you achieve them faster than when you just generalize your goals. I want to lose weight this year. Okay, how many pounds do you want to lose? How are you going to lose that weight? You have to be very specific. I want to lose so or I want to, you say, okay, I want to gain some weight. Okay, how are you going to gain the weight? What time do you want to get? Like, be specific about it. You get, I want to start exercise this year. Be specific. What kind of exercise? Is it exercise to build your body or to stay fit or all of that? Do you understand? So let's move to the next letter, which is M. M is measurable. You have to set goals that you can measure with numbers, percentage, and all of that. Goals that you can track, not the ones that no one can track, not even you can track. No, you have to set goals that when people see these goals, they say, "Oh, okay, it's trackable." You get, so when you're making progress, we know you're making progress, not just goals that no one can track it, no one can read it out, no one can know anything about it. You just write down, I want to be healthy, and it's not even measurable. It's not measurable, and it's not our plan for 2025. You have to set milestones for those goals. Just like I mentioned, if you want to be wealthy, the amount you want to make this year. You can write it, I want to make $3 million this year. And look, I'm giving myself this time in the next 6 months I should have this $6 million with this work that I am doing. It's measurable. We know there's number, there's something that we are hitting towards to get. So let's move to the next lecture, which is achievable. I want to lay more emphasis on achievable. You have to set realistic goals. Remember our topic, setting smart and realistic goals. You have to set goals that are very much achievable. Is your skill enough for that goal you set? You want to work, let's use my example, you want to make $3 million. Is your skill enough to get the money? Is the knowledge you have enough to get the money? Are the resources you have enough to get the money? These are the things you have to consider before setting your goals. Yes, before writing down your goals, you have to check, is this skill enough? Is this skill enough? Do I have to improve? Is this resource I'm seeing here, is it enough for me? Then how am I available? What's my availability? Is this what I can achieve? You get, when you're starting something new, it's not wise to fix something realistically you can't achieve. It's to make you to mount unnecessary pressure on yourself, and that is not our plan for 2025. You get, okay, let me give us this instance. You're starting exercise newly, starting to exercise because you want to stay fit. Remember last week we talked about understanding our why, and because you want to stay fit and you want to be healthier this year, then you write down your goals. Now you understand setting smart goals. You want to be being specific, right? And then you fixed a deadline. You're smart, you're specific, you've measured your goals. Now it's now goal you're trying to achieve. Then you write, okay, you're just starting new to exercise. It's not like it's something you're used to, Then you start. Every day I'm going to do 500 push-ups. Wow, I healthy. Really? Something you're new to, something you've not started before. It's very much unrealistic. It's not achievable. 500 push-ups every day for something you're starting. Guys, let me tell you my story. Last year I started exercising. And because I want to be fit and because someone encouraged me to, then I think it was supposed to be for 21 days or so. I can't remember. Then first day, second day, third day, fourth day. When I started, God, I couldn't feel my legs the next day. It was that stressful and that bad because I was new to this. All this while I've been thinking I'm flexible, I can do this because I'm slim. That's one of the lies that they've told us. Because you're slim, you're flexible. Oh no, I was thinking I was flexible then, until I started exercising. Just first day, I couldn't feel my legs on it. I couldn't stand. I found it very difficult to stand up. Just for the little thing I did, though, it was very difficult for me to stand up. Now imagine if I had, done 500 push-ups that first day. Maybe I would have been rushed to a nearby hospital. Also, you have to set achievable goals. Set goals that you can achieve. I know it's good to. I know we all want to get to the peak. We want to get to this height, we want to get to this level, we want to soar this year, we want to dominate this year. But you know what? You can't set goals that will be faster than your process. Yes, challenge yourself to achieve the goal this year, but you have to bear in mind that your body has a limit. Just like I gave an instance about my exercising last year. I started with just little squats and all of that. With time, I got used to the squat, but I stopped. That's a story for another day though. So you have to set goals. Yes, you have to challenge yourself. Definitely, you challenge yourself to achieve something you've not achieved before, but you have to bear in mind that your body has a limit. You can't stretch your body beyond what it can take. And if you're starting something new, and let's still use the exercise example, you can start with just little exercise, just little, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something that is not too much. and then little by little you start introducing those changes to your body will get used to them very soon. And then as your body is getting used to this one, you introduce the next one, it's expanding. But if you just introduce this new thing, just like that, no, it's not achievable. It's very unrealistic and it's not wise. We are setting smart goals, so your goals have to be smart. Let's move to the letter R, which is relevant. Does your goal align to your values? You can't set goals that doesn't align with your values. You know what you believe in, you know what you can't do, what you should do, and all of that, but your goals say otherwise. You have to understand why you're setting those goals in the first place. Yes, it has to be relevant. Is this goal a priority for you? Must you do it now? Are you sure this is something you should do? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. Is this goal relevant to me presently? Is it what I should do in 2025? Is this something I should move to 2026 or next 5 years? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. And if you've not listened or watched our episode on understanding your why, you have to go back and watch it and understand your why for goal setting, because that's what this relevance is all about. You have to understand why you're setting those goals. You have to understand the purpose for this goal. So if you know this one is not a goal, this one is not a priority, you can move it to one side. It's not supposed to be there. You can move it to one side. It's not supposed to be there. So let's move to the last letter T, and that's time bound. If you want to achieve 10 goals this year, do you know it will be easier for you to achieve those goals if you allocate a time for each of them? Something like, I want to view the house in March. I want to take 2 classes in October, and all of that. If you allocate each time, if you fix a deadline for your goals, do you know you achieve them more than when you just write those goals and leave them and say, okay, and if any day I wake up, anyone I want to do, I do. When you fix a deadline for something, it will motivate you, it will push you to start. Just like this podcast, I wrote down in my goal book that I want to start on the first Saturday of the year, and it wasn't looking like something that would be possible. But because I'm giving myself a deadline, I had to work to make it possible. You get? So when you fix a deadline, when you add a time frame to your goals, to whatever you're doing, it will make you achieve those goals more. You get? So you want to be want to make $3 million again. I still use this example. You want to make $3 million this year. If you can fix a time from now till October, I want to make $3 million. If you already have a business that will give you $3 million and you know how to, or if you already have a business that gives you $1 million and you want to multiply it to $3 million, because that's the definition of wealth, or that's the amount you want to make this year, you fix a time. That's just it. Fix a time, fix a deadline for it. Now let me talk to intending authors. I'm a book editor, so I love talking to intending authors. That's by the way though. If you are an intending author, what do I mean? It is written on your goal book that you want to write books this year. You have to fix a deadline for those books you want to write. You have to fix a deadline for those books that you want to write. If you want to write 3 books this year on personal development, marriage, love, what have you topics you want to write on, you have to fix a deadline. Okay, I want this book to be complete by February, and I'll send it to my book editor to start editing. Then if it's going to be complete by February, how many chapters do you want your book to be? If you want to write 10 chapters, you can allocate a time. Maybe every day you say, okay, every day I'll write something, I'll write a page, or I'll write 2 pages, or I'll write 10 pages every day, just to hit your deadline February. There is no way you will not hit that deadline unless you don't want to do that. Because when you wake up and you say, oh, I said I must finish this thing by February, you know you have to strive, even if it's stressful. Even if it's stressful, you have to strive to get it done, because you've already given yourself a deadline. So you have to strive. I know in schools, when they give you assignments to submit, or when you take classes, you take courses online, they give you deadline. Okay, this is deadline for week 1 assignment. You know, because you want to get this certificate, because you want to get this thing, because you need a job, you have to submit the assignment on or before the deadline. So that's what you should do to your goals. You should do with your goals. Set a deadline for each of them. Create a time frame. Allocate each goals to a specific time. Don't just write 50 goals for the year and you don't know when you want to achieve any of them. No, you have to write down. If you want to start podcasting and you know it's February, you want to start, write it down. Not just I want to start podcasting and then try the year nothing. And that was a mistake I did last year. I wrote down a lot of goals and I want to do this, I want to do this. I did not allocate each of them to any month or any time, and don't tell anybody I did not achieve all of them. Why? Because there was no deadline, there was no time frame. So you have to add a time to your goals. Setting unrealistic goals, like I said, it can lead to burnout. You'll be so discouraged, you'll be so confused if your goals are not smart, if your goals are not realistic, if it's not something you can achieve, and you just write it down there because you say, oh, think big, write something big you want to achieve this year. Please set realistic goals. It's better to achieve things little by little than mounting unnecessary pressure on ourselves just to meet targets, or just to meet goals, or just to achieve goals that we know, realistically speaking, we know that we will not achieve. So you have to know how to, just like I explained, now you know how to set smart goals. If you go back to your goal book and you check, and then you find out that my goals are not smart, please, you can start again. No one gets an award for setting goals early. No one says after writing your goals once, you cannot go to your goals to review or remove something. No, as the day comes to an end, and then you get fresh ideas, you get fresh knowledge, your understanding grows. That's if you're investing in your personal development, professional development, and all of that. If you're investing in yourself, you know that your knowledge grows day by day. You get, so if the goal you've written today and how you plan to achieve it does not suit the you now, you can still upgrade. So you have to set realistic goals for yourself this year. Don't set goals that will hurt you in the process because you are trying to meet a deadline. Oh, I said I will do 500 push-ups this year. Before you even get to 100, you collapse, and then it becomes a problem. No. So guys, we have to set realistic goals for ourselves. We don't have to mount this unnecessary pressure. Yes, challenge yourself. Do that you've not done before. But remember, your body has a limit. Remember, you can't be faster than your process. If your process is to move to level 3, fix your goals for level 3, not for level 20. If not, you'll break down. It will lead to burnout. You'll be so confused. You will not even know what to do next. So remember, set specific, smart, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. It will help you to achieve all this, and you'll be a lot more happier this year, because when you see all those things you've achieved and you're telling them, okay, for January I said I will do this for January, and then you go to your goal book, oh, I did this, you're ticking them, you'll be a lot more happier than when you just write 50 goals for the year. There is no time frame. you are not specific, you're just generalizing it. It's not a realistic goal. It's not something you know you can achieve. It's not a relevant goal. Oh, it's not a goal that is measurable. You can't even track the process because there's no time. You can't even set milestones for them. No. We don't want it this year. We don't want it this year. We don't want it this year. Okay. So if you've listened, if you've watched to this point, I'm happy you're here, and I know that now you know how to set smart goals, smart and realistic goals. So welcome to the end of this episode of Mind and Growth Workout, and our general topic is goal setting and planning. I want us to set realistic goals. That's why I brought up this topic. So if you've watched and listened to this end, I'm glad you're here. Sincerely, I'm glad you're here. I got some comments on the previous episode that was released, and I'm so overwhelmed by our engagements, by our love. You know, let's keep it coming. Let's share, let's like, let's subscribe to this YouTube channel, and if you're listening on Spotify, subscribe and follow, react, share your review, share your comments. If you know the topics you want us to talk about goal setting for our next topic, you can still let us know. We can infuse it into the topic we have. Remember, I am Blessed Nwachukwu, your host for Mind and Growth Workouts. And before we leave, we have tasks for us. Number one task is to go back to your set goals, and you have to check if those goals are smart. Check if the goals you've written are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. If they are not, you can fix a time to them. You can be specific about your goals. You have to move those ones that are not a priority. Those goals that are not priority, you can move them aside. You have to set measurable goals, set milestones for your goals, track your progress rather. You know, that's your second task. And then the third thing is to, if it's just those your goals, I want you to break them down into bits by bits. It's more achievable that way than when you just write the big goals. It's more achievable to break those goals down. Okay, so even if you want to make $3 million this year, I want you to break it down. Maybe in February I'll make $20,000. In March I'll make $100,000, and all of that. That's the task for today. And I want to read from you, so you can drop your review, drop your comments. I want to know how this episode has blessed you. I want to know, after doing the task, I want you to come back here to say, okay, I did this task and I know it's going to help me, and I know it's really helping me. Then if you want to start exercising just like me, I just started again. I started again because I want to be fit. I want to be a lot healthier this year. I want to be flexible. So you have to write down, you have to be specific. You have to write down the particular exercise you want to do for January. For February, if you want to just do squats for January, and weekly, you can increase it by 10 or increase it by 12 or 5 or so. Then February, you can add running, march, you can add skipping or all. Don't just carry everything and do once in January. You break down. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I am still your host, Blessed Nwachukwu. Bye.